Before we begin, I know they're score streaks and not kill streaks, but let's be honest, kill streaks sounds better, and there's a common theme that the best received Call of Duty games by fans have amazing, over-the-top, rewarding kill streaks in them. Modern Warfare 2 with the Harrier Strike, Chopper Gunner and Nuke, Black Ops with the almighty Blackbird, not to mention the gunship. I could go on, but you get the idea. In Call of Duty WWII's kill streaks are pretty unrewarding in my opinion. Some are cool, which we'll get to. We're going to cover all of the streaks in this video anyway and discuss which are the most useless. Molotov cocktails, cocktail because you only get one, is the cheapest streak in the game at 300 score or 3 kills in TDM. You'll get 1 kill if you're lucky, but most of the time you'll probably just burn your enemy's eyebrows off. I guess if you're running this streak all you're looking for is an extra kill, but it's pretty useless in my opinion. Recon aircraft is not a low score at all for this staple streak of COD games. You're talking 5 kills for this, 10 if you're killing on domination and not on a flag. 10 kills for a UAV, that's basically a chopper gunner's worth of kills just to get some radar going. I wouldn't call it useless though, just overpriced. Counter recon aircraft, 25 more points at 525 gets you this, and it does, as the name suggests, counters enemy aircraft in spectacular fashion. I have to say, it is pretty cool seeing your counter recon planes swat enemy planes out of the sky like something out of a Michael Bay movie. My problem with it though is that historically this form of streak would actually fuck up the enemy's map so they couldn't see anything on it. So if you throw up one of these planes when no enemy planes are trying to enter your airspace, it means that it's a bit of a waste. Sure, they can't call in recon planes in the time that your plane is up, but still, it's just not the same. Care package, it's your standard roll of the dice care package streak, with the exception that it feels like it takes half an hour to complete its descent. You can always shoot the parachute carry in the package, but then you've just gave your position away to the vultures circling around you, and I'll be surprised if shooting the chute shaves off more than half a second of waiting time anyway. And also, it seems like in this COD there's no good safe spots to call it in, so you're taking a lot of chances with this streak. And also, up until the latest update, there was no repercussions for teammates shooting you in hardcore and stealing your care package while you're redeeming it, so thank God they changed that. Fighter pilot, this one I can't suggest is useless at all, and I actually really enjoy it. It's even cool when it crashes into the map sometimes. Glide bomber is good too for a kill most of the time, although it's still a lot of score to get these streaks, but these ones are pretty solid. Mortar strike and artillery barrage, even when you get the map up and see a cluster of red dots and think, I have you now, you're struggling to achieve 1 kill with these streaks, and I've sat an artillery barrage right on top of an open enemy occupied hardpoint and still get nothing but a few hit markers, so these streaks in my opinion are closer to the useless side of things. Flamethrower is good in the right hands, otherwise useless. In fact, often when I hear the announcer say something like enemy flamethrower on the field, I think, oh yes, I can get more points for that kill. Emergency airdrop has the same problems as the care package multiplied by 3. Quite regularly I can only claim 2 of my 3 care packages before an enemy manages to steal the other one, because the claiming process of pressing X or square is really inconsistent for me personally. So my teammates can often steal a care package from me too if they're quick enough, but I've learned to avoid this. What you want to do is claim 1 care package yourself, then claim the one your teammate is already trying to claim, and then they shouldn't have time to claim the last one, but that shouldn't be a problem anyway. Flak guns, for the amount of score you need to get to be rewarded with this streak is quite sad. It's a sad existence running flak guns. I mean, I sat there for ages waiting for some enemy score streak to appear so I could give you a good example of what it looks like when you actually use this streak effectively, but I ended up boring myself before I just called it a day. Honestly, with the lack of score streaks claimed by players in this game, flak guns are a waste and the most useless streak in the game in my opinion. Firebombing run, decent, but for me it's rare that I'll actually run this streak. Instead, it's one of those streaks that you're always happy to see in a care package but don't actually use. You can do some serious damage with it on objective game modes though, plus there's always the chance that some dafty on the enemy team will run into the fire trail it leaves behind. Paratroopers are my favourite kill streak in the game, but to be honest they are fucking useless when they decide to start shooting at enemy recon planes. You've got extra health, you should be running running around the map shooting at everything in sight, not alerting the enemy to where me and you are. Even worse is that sometimes a paratrooper can drop in armed with a shovel. That's actually a piss take. Can you imagine hearing a story from your granda who fought in the war? Aye, they dropped me behind enemy lines with nothing but a shovel, son. No, I don't think so, because they wouldn't have lived to tell the tale anyway, even if the army was so stupid enough to drop soldiers in from the sky with... Despite this, I still enjoy using paratroopers as my highest streak most games. Carpet bombing, the second most costly score streak, is very hit and miss. It really depends on what mood your pilot is in that day, and if they actually want to drop their bombs on top of where the enemy is spawning, or if they're a bit pissed off and decide to blitzkrieg you instead. There's seriously potential to be killed 3 times by your own score streak here if it's not your day. But I have had quite a few multi kills with this, so I'd say it's good, but just not worth the score. Certainly not useless, but I'd use it with caution. And finally, the ball turret gunner, the most expensive score streak in the game. Now, remember when you got an AC-130 or a chopper gunner and knew you were about to rain down death upon the other team? Well, when I get the ball turret gunner, I have to sit closer to my screen. I have to get into tryhard mode just to hit anything to get kills. It seems like a lot of the time my shots just aren't landing, and other times I can get 5, 6, 7 kill chains. It's weird. Other times, you know for sure you're hitting the enemies, but Sledgehammer gives players respawning more health, and on top of that doesn't show them on the radar all the time. Like, no, if I get the highest kill streak in the game, I should be rewarded appropriately. I wouldn't say it's useless, but I don't want to hurt the ball turret gunner's feelings, because it's not really its fault. It's just, I don't know, Sledgehammer games, give this thing a buff. And that's everything except for the V2 rocket, which everyone has, so I can't really call it useless or useful. It's useful for bragging rights, that's for sure, but in terms of my top 3 most useless streaks in the game, I'm going to have to go with Flak guns, Molotov cocktails, and I'm going to say the flamethrower for most people. Yes, I have been slain by absolute monsters using the flamethrower, but honestly, most of the time an enemy gets it, I'm not worried. And when I pull one from my care package, I'm quite disappointed. Leave a like and let me know in the comments what you think of the streaks in COD World War II. I'd really appreciate that, plus be sure to let me know some videos you'd like to see from me in the near future. Shout out to the Streakification squad. I'm going to gamble on that, and if you'd like to join the squad, all you have to do is hit that wee bell icon when you subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.